Hey everyone, Michelle here, the Brave Homeschooling Mama. Welcome back to my channel. For all of you that are new here, welcome. I am a school teacher turned homeschool mom. I have 2 kids and I help new homeschooling parents by making videos about curriculum and day-to-day homeschool. Today I am participating in a collaboration. I haven't done a collaboration in a while, so I'm really excited. I am doing a collaboration that is hosted by Ingrid from the Ingrid Chronicles and some other wonderful YouTube moms. So make sure when you're done watching this video, you check the description box. You can find everyone's channel. So this collaboration, we are going to be sharing with you all how to homeschool in your state. So for you that don't know, I live in Virginia. I've been living here for almost a year. So I'm going to share with you all how to homeschool in the state of Virginia. I am still not an expert, so I'm going to share the information that I know and what I did last year. And hopefully if you have any questions, make sure you post them below after you're watching this video. And also we'll put a link where you can get more information to how to homeschool in the state of Virginia. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm on my phone so I can look at my notes so I don't miss anything that I want to share with you all. So it's very important before you start homeschooling your children in the state of Virginia that if your child is in school, make sure you withdraw your children from school. Once you withdraw your children from school, you have 30 days to file your intent, and I will share what that is in a second, but that's very, very important. There are 4 ways that you can homeschool in the state of Virginia. I'm going to start sharing really quick, and I'll talk a little bit more than one that I'm most familiar with is the option that I'm doing. So the first option, you're going to homeschool under the home instruction option. And you have to possess some, as a parent, you have to possess some qualifications to be able to teach your child during this option. You either have to have a high school diploma, you need to have a Virginia teacher certificate, you have to provide your child with a curriculum or program or study, and evidence you're able to provide your child with adequate education. So what I'm doing for this one, I am a teacher, but I don't have a Virginia teacher certificate, but I do have a master's degree in special education. It doesn't matter what kind of degree you have, but if you have a degree, and if you have a high school degree or college diploma or a bachelor's or master's, you just show them your diploma. What I did, I sent my transcript in, and that suffice. So if you only have a high school diploma, you send your high school diploma or your transcript, something that's saying that you graduated. Okay, so that's the second thing you have to do with that option. You have to file a notice of intent. So you have to do this every single year. And it was really different from when I moved from the state of Arizona, where I only had to do it once in the whole school career. Where here in Virginia, you have to file a notice of intent every single year by August the 1st. And you file the notice of intent to the superintendent of your county. The third thing you need to do, you need to provide an annual evaluation by August the 1st, and there's a couple options. You can do results of a standardized test, or you can either have your child evaluated by an evaluator and they'll write you a letter. That's the option that I chose, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I chose for my child to be, I didn't want her to take a standardized test. She has never taken a test like that, and I really don't know how will she perform. I don't think standardized tests show how a child is able to perform very well. So I decided to have her evaluated by an evaluator. So I made an appointment. I sat down with an evaluator, and we kind of talk about how you need to show that your child has made progress from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year for math and language arts. So I sat down with him, and I showed him that the scores that she had in math. We went and we shared the books that we have read. We shared our writing assignments, and so they want to see that you made progress from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. We didn't have to provide that many things. One of the things is very important that we keep a record of all the books that we have read. If your child, for math, make sure that we keep all the tests and we have scores so they can see how they are progressing, and keep all your reading assignments. I think those are the most important things. So if you're going to have an evaluator, evaluate your child to keep with you. And at the end, when they do the evaluation, they send me a letter, and I use that letter once to show the superintendent that my child made progress and that she's able to move to the next school year. So that's what we did. So the second option is with homeschooling with I'm sorry that I keep looking. I just want to make sure I give you all the information. This is a lot of information. So the option 2, where you're homeschooling with a religious exemption. So for this option, you need to send a religious exemption application, letter to the school board. You need to obtain and reply to religious exemption letter, and you also need to apply for this every single year. You need to send a letter explain why you want to use a religious exemption as your option. Okay, and I will put down so you can get more information. I'm not very familiar with this option. I'm just familiar with the evaluation, so I just wanted to give you just some just brief information, and I'll show you where you can find more information. The other option that you have, you can also be the option number 3, is to be able to be homeschooled by a certified tutor. Person needs to have a Virginia teaching license. I am a school teacher, but since I do not have a teaching license in the state of Virginia, and it will be, I could get it, but I didn't want to go through all the paperwork and everything you have to do that. I could not use that as my option, but that is an option. If you live in Virginia, you can use your license. If you are a licensed teacher, you have a teaching license, you can use that to teach under that option. Option number 4, you can teach under homeschooling under a private school option. So you are able to you can attend a private school but do all your schoolwork at home. I think that's how that works. I'm going to read you really quick here what it says. I'm looking at this from their website. So Virginia allows private school students to attend their school without physically being present at the school. The student's attendance is the same number of hours per day for the same days per year to the same period of the year as public schools. If a private school student receives his instruction while he's at the home, he will resemble homeschooling in many ways. Okay. So I wrote some other things. So those are the different options that you can have to homeschool in Virginia. I will put a link below so you can get a little bit more in-depth information. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with all of them, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview. Also, make sure when you're, just to make sure you're keeping all, up to date with your records. You do not have to keep attendance in the state of Virginia, but I think it's good to have them. Make sure that you have a list. And when one of the things, when you send your notice of intent, you need to send a list of all the curriculum or all the classes that your child is going to be, that you're going to be teaching your child. But I think it's also, something that, you should do. You should keep a record of all the curriculum that you're using, even if it's not necessary or required. I think it's important, to have that. Make sure you keep, your child's work. And it says in the website, I was looking at the Homeschool Legal Association website, to keep it for about 2 years in case for any legal. Hopefully you never get into any legal trouble, but if you do, you have all those, all that paperwork. Have proof that the things that you've been doing with your child. Have proof of the days that you've been schooling your children and the curriculum that you're using with them. So I hope this video was helpful. Since this is a collaboration, make sure when you're done watching this video, you check in the description box. I'll put all the channels that are participating. We do not have all the 50 states, but we have a couple of the states. So hopefully this will be helpful for somebody that's watching this video. So make sure you go ahead and check all those videos out if you have any questions about any other state. So thank you so much for watching. If you don't follow me on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you do so for more homeschooling inspiration and motivation. I will see you soon. Bye.